Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
Taking a look here at the Grizzlies, these guys are BTH, big time hungry.
Ooh, I like that, and I'm certainly glad they aren't hangry. But look, these guys are planning to make the postseason, and their attitude is, let's just get it done. Anything is possible.
Turning our attention to that first half for the Grizzlies. They find themselves in a close one.
I know my partner here appreciates the brute force, especially on the glass, right, Shaq? And they're in a good spot because of it.
They've shown great toughness, and they've been very quick to the ball. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Mark Aguirre really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
The Timberwolves trade. They've got Tony Parker. Hill is out there with Aldridge. Then it's Olajuwon. And it's Dumars into the shooting guard. Rondo. And the layup's good off the glass. Rondo's got his second basket of the night.
And Rondo's handle has always been filthy. I mean, almost unguardable when he's pulling off the move like that.
Now here is Aldridge. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal foul.
Terrific at just being aggressive. Aldridge excels at putting pressure on the D and getting the call.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Aldridge. He hits both from the stripe. Dan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh, my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think, number one, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
Here is Elijah following the basket by Elgin Baylor. Olajuwon left side. Just 5 to shoot. Excellent D there from Garnett. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Pass to Rondo. Outside Baylor. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Garnett in the post. He's against Parker. KG, that's good.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
Parker inside. He's covered by Rondo. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
His third personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Grizzlies, Tony Parker. Shooting 1.
And Parker just so skilled at marching his way to the stripe. He just has an endless amount of cunning moves that consistently frustrate the opposition.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. While we have a chance, let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. In the third spot, the Timberwolves.
Well, last season, what stood out about this team was their three-point shooting. They shot a very high percentage from distance.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Rondo passes to Cowens. Here's Baylor. And it falls over the rim and in. Baylor's got 7.
Yeah, they've come out of the break confidently. 4 of their first 5 here to start the second half.
Outside Dumars. Pass to Olajuwon. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Kevin Garnett. It's his first trip to the line.
At the line for Memphis, taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Olajuwon. And Olajuwon drops them both. Now Rondo. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Outside Hill. Baylor with the steal. And Rondo gets it to go on the assist by Baylor. Rondo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Parker, here we go. Can't hit from in close. For Minnesota, they've gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half.
And this is the work ethic Garnett possesses. Really hustles down the floor in transition.
Here's Parker, following the score by Kevin Garnett. Hill sets the screen for Aldridge. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Garnett kicks to Rondo. Garnett with a screen on Parker. From outside the arc, a three-pointer is right on target. Now it's a 7-point Timberwolves lead.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Off the run. Olajuwon, no good. Timberwolves have gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. There's the lob to Aldridge, and Aldridge slams it in.
And I like whenever Aldridge uses his length on offense, especially when he goes up after the alley-oop.
Hamilton outside. Outside Baylor. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got his 6th assist on the night. The Grizzlies trail by 7. Now a timeout called by Memphis. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Timberwolves also changing it up. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Garnett, and Bradley Beal subbed in for Richard Hamilton. Outside, Hero. To the middle. Here's Cummings. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Cummings got 8 points.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Rondo passes to Baylor. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Cowens. Doherty defender. Shot clock at 3. And Cowens gets it to go. Cowens has got the lead up to 7 now for Minnesota.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
And Doherty kicks to Hero. Pass to Stockton. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. He has 6. Timberwolves leading by 5. It's Beal on the wing. He's covered by Hero. And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Rondo against Stockton. Hero from long range. That's good. And a nice assist from Stockton. Stockton's got 5 assists in the game. Pass to Cowens. Down low. And Beal gets it to go. Beal's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now here's Stockton. He's got 6, and the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Claxton.
Now to the lineup for the Timberwolves. Number 10, Scott Skiles.
1:12 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Stockton. And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 6. Pass to Skiles. And that's a foul called on John Stockton. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
56 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Skiles. He's covered by Stockton and finished off by Beal.
And one of the league's most gifted scorers, Beal relishes any chance he gets to finish while getting fouled.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
One shot.
First and foremost, Bradley Beal is a scorer. He's always working the angles, trying to find his next opening to attack, and it rarely takes him long.
Here's Wilkes. No scoring in this one. Cummings against Claxton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Cummings. And again, Memphis no good.
And the defense gave him no space. He had to fade back. That's not an easy look for most guys.
Here's Skiles. He's covered by Stockton. Launches it from deep. Got it! Oh, what a hit!
That is such a tough shot.
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Well, that's an energizer boost heading into the next quarter. You know he's got to be fired up.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, he's a consummate floor general, surveying the defense and delivering the pass on time and on target.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So on the floor for Minnesota, we've got Baylor. He's out there with Garnett. And it's Skiles in at the point guard position. Parker dishes to Dort. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 4th assist in this one.
And Parker terrific in the pick and roll. Just creative in terms of getting his team good looks.
Now here's Baylor to the inside. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Doherty. It's blocked. Here's Skiles. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Elgin Baylor on the wing. He's guarded by Hill. The shot by Baylor, no good. Right side Hill. Pass to Hero. 3-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, that's the danger of giving Hero a look from deep.
Minnesota's gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Here's Skiles. Covered by Parker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Minnesota.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
And he knocks down the first one. Some changes for Memphis. Olajuwon's checked in for Doherty. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Cummings. And it's Dumars in for Tyler Hero. Richard Hamilton's checked in for Minnesota. No good on the second free throw. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for Memphis. It's a 10-point game. Here's Hill. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Garnett's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Baylor. Back to Garnett. Here's Hamilton. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Fast break, here they come.
And Hamilton just constantly working his tail off. Excels shooting it from mid-range. Just always on the move, constantly working off screen.
Shooting for Minnesota, Richard Hamilton. 2 shots.
That's good from Hamilton. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Minnesota. He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know free throws can make or break you in the end.
Aldridge with a screen on run. Inside, here's Olajuwon. Rebound, Minnesota. Garnett's got 6 rebounds in the game. Rondo looking over the floor. Driving in. Grant Hill grabs the miss. The Grizzlies trail by 12. At the elbow, Olajuwon. It's back to Hill. Rondo with the steal. Elgin Baylor on the wing. To the paint, Garnett. Misses from short range. For Memphis, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Pass to Dumars. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Olajuwon. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 5 assists tonight.
Can't be that easy for him. Got to body him up down low.
Yeah, they can't let him even get into that space. If he gets good position on the block, it's trouble.
Hamilton.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Here's Aldridge. And the lead is down inside single digits.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Garnett outside. To the middle. And Elgin Baylor, the bucket on the assist from Kevin Garnett. Garnett's got 3 assists tonight.
And what's unique about Baylor, he can score from a variety of angles and really good off of either shoulder. Just great extension and body control.
Launches it. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Hamilton with a screen on Hill. Here's Garnett. And there it is for him. And now it's a 12-point Timberwolves lead.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now, here's Dumars. Pass to Hill. Here's Olajuwon. Guarded by Garnett. Clock at 6. Olajuwon, no good. Timberwolves leading by 12. Left side, Baylor. Now here is Hamilton, covered by Dumars. Baylor is screen on Dumars. Hamilton, the pass to Baylor. Baylor against Hill. Parker outside, over Rondo. And again, Memphis no good. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. It's stolen by Hill.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Memphis, Grant Hill. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one.
And the word you got to use is explosive out there when talking about Grant Hill. He's one of those guys who doesn't wait for the game to come to him. He goes out and just makes things happen.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Stockton's checked in. He hits the second from the line. And the NBA coach has made sure franchises can't sell their future via draft picks in a trade. What do you think of that?
I think it was probably a good idea because, you know, all of us, coaches, maybe even more than GMs, but organizations get to a point that you want to win so badly in the present that you're willing to just sacrifice the future, and that can lead to some very bad teams down the road, and the NBA doesn't want that.
Yeah, and we've seen that. You're right. A lot of examples. The Grizzlies call timeout. check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, guys. Well, during the break, I was able to catch what the Grizzlies coach was talking about with his team. And it was an intense huddle. Coach challenged his team. He told them the effort's not there. It has to get better. We'll see if those words work, Kevin.
Thank you, David. On the wing, Stockton. There's the lob to Aldridge, and Aldridge slams it in.
And I love how Aldridge uses his size to hold his own against defenders and just routinely scores up over the top.
Pass to Rondo. Down low. Here's Garnett. No good that time. Good D by Olajuwon.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Inside. Here's Aldridge. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Think burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Rondo against Stockton. It's deflected. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Off the inbound. It's rebounded by Dumars. The Grizzlies trail by 13.
When you talk about guys who just know how to play the game, Stockton at the top of that list.
At the line for two, John Snefl.
Shooting two.
First free throw is good.
Stockton, just a remarkable point guard. Lights out shooter and an even better distributor.
And Stockton drops them both. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Timberwolves.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, whenever things started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season. And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Garnett.
He came out with great energy and effort, doing everything he could possibly do to help his team.
They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
Here's Hamilton. Offline with his 3.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest, this game's over.
15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And so the Timberwolves take the win, and in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Kevin Garnett.
Thanks for joining us. And as we're halfway through the season, let's see how the power rankings are shaking out. You take a look at Miami. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Well, right now for the Hawks, they're kind of a middle-of-the-road squad. Not bad, but haven't... been able to make the leap into the upper echelon of teams.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. They've got Johnson, George out there with Green. Then it's Klay Thompson, and it's Lanier in at the center position. And for the Heat, they've got Holmgren. He's out there with DeAndre Jordan. Ben Simmons is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George. This can be a time of the season when it's hard for players to keep their focus, Grant.
Oh, man, B.A., the buzz of a new season is behind you. The playoffs are a long way off. This is when a coach earns his keep, making sure his guys stay energized and focused.
Who poked away? And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. And stolen by Holmgren. Here's Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard. Killing it in transition.
Pass to Thompson. Fires for 3. And he buries his first look.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Johnson against Simmons. It's stolen by Green. On the push. Here comes Atlanta. Here's Johnson. And it's Miami with a rebound.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Oh, it's blocked by Green.
I like the extension there from Draymond Green, reaching out and timing that one.
Here's George. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Atlanta shooting their first free throws of the evening.
Paul George.
Shoot 2.
That's good from George. And you look at the history of the Hawks. Brent, they've won 1 NBA championship. That was back in 1958.
Yeah, B.A., tough for people in Atlanta to even recognize that because the team wasn't there in 58. They were in St. Louis, and they were led by the great Bob Pettit, who was one of the first really impressive, agile big man of his era. You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Jordan with a screen on Johnson. To the inside. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Very efficient at doing so.
Johnson passes to Thompson. The three is up. Doesn't go for him. For Miami, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Pass to Leonard. Holmgren with a screen on George. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
It's so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
Now here's Thompson. Turned in an outstanding game against Washington. And that one's good.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. We look at the last month's premier teams on the fast break. Number 1, the Heat.
They've been playing at a fast pace, which plays to their strengths.
Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And he's going for the lob! And slam dunk by Jordan.
Well, determined that time to get to the rim, anticipating the pass, and a rim rocker.
It's George on the drive. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched.
That shot early on in his career, Kawhi loves to get to that one.
Pass to Petrovic. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Johnson on the wing. Thompson outside. That three's off the mark. The Heat with the lead. Here's Simmons. Lanier with the rebound.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
And Thompson gets it to go.
And he can get to the medium range as Clay's able to find some room and still trigger it.
Here's Leonard. Playing Washington, he was nearly unstoppable. Simmons finds Leonard. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Johnson. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. This, their first look at this year's Miami squad.
Winning the season series last year in a battle of middle-of-the-pack teams.
And more, it should just sink in that Paul George is one of the most accurate three-point shooters in the league.
Petrovic. Miami, no good that time either.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Holmgren with the block. Simmons up top, defended by Thompson. 11 feet out. Simmons, no good. The Hawks lead by 4. And coming off a major injury, Chet Holmgren was unbelievable in his first full season, Brent.
Doesn't it feel like BA, he poured the concrete and a solid foundation for what his career is going to be all about? I mean, a terrific big with skill, size, toughness. The sky is the limit for this guy.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
Inside. And the jam by George.
Great timing there. Paul George rising up, collecting the ball, and throwing it down.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And Atlanta making a change here. Allen's checked in. Heat trail by 3. Now here's Brunson. Oh, there's the alley. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Green. Rejected by Holmgren.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
Brunson looks it over. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Brent, everyone loves an underdog story, and there's few better than that of Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, this kid falling into the second round and all the perception around whether or not he was big enough or can he shoot the ball, is he athletic enough? This guy has continued to work hard every year and turned himself into an all-star and an all-NBA player.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
Vanderbilt's checked in for Green. So he gets them both.
Just really impressed with the player that Jalen Brunson has become in the NBA. He has mastered the fundamentals.
It's George on the wing. Offline with a 3.
So far, they've had the advantage on the boards.
Brooks against George. Jordan. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Now here's Johnson. To the middle. Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Yeah, you saw Allen do a great job of just placing himself in that pick and roll, and he's right where he's supposed to be.
Johnson against Brunson. From outside the arc. The rebound by Atlanta. They defeated Washington in their last game.
And guys, those road games are never easy. But they had a solid strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, watching that game quarter to quarter, they sped up, they slowed down, but they executed in every facet.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. Here's Oladipo. The Hawks getting their last shot to go. Driving inside. Yes, it's good.
Well, you combine quickness and explosiveness for Victor Oladipo on display right there. Tough to contain.
Johnson passes to Vanderbilt. Can't get it to drop.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
And stolen by Vanderbilt. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. From short range, the putback. No good on the shot.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Brooks finds Brunson. With 1 on the clock. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Hawks. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. We'll be right back. We hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
Well, I want to add also the damage that has been done on the inside. It's a lot of rubble in there, but they're continuing to go right at the defense.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second. Green out there with Paul George. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Johnson. And it's Allen in at the 5 spot. Now here's Thompson. Launches it from deep. And it's Miami with a rebound. Jordan's got 5 rebounds in the game.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Here's Brooks. Nice D from Thompson.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
You gotta love his unselfishness, and you know his coach does as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that. That's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release, a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Well, you hear team execs say all the time, you're either selling wins or you're selling hope. How true is that, Brent?
Well, if you're an executive BA, just be right about whatever it is that you're selling. And you got to be realistic. I mean, fans are smart. They understand where your team is. Are you a playoff competitor? Are you young and growing? So that's hope. If you're going deep into the playoff run, you want the wins.
First one falls for him. And Brent, the Heat always looking to compete year in, year out.
Well, for good reason. This team takes a lot of pride in giving themselves a chance every year. And the way the front office conducts their business is they believe they can put together the type of roster that is going to go out there and take care of things to put them in position to be successful.
Good on both. All right, Brent, let me ask you a very important question. What exactly is Heat culture?
BA, Heat culture is about toughness and competitiveness. And if you step into that building, you better make sure that you're ready to be pushed and push the limits that, as a professional player, not a lot of other teams are willing to go. As soon as they find guys who enjoy that, and I'm not going to say torture, but it's close, those are the kind of guys who make it in Miami.
Now here's Thompson. Battier passes to Conley. Down low. And it's Allen who slams it home.
And this is the threat that Allen gives you on the interior. Gets great position and then just jams it through.
And here's Brunson from the arc. The rebound by Atlanta. Here's Battier. Pass to Thompson. Quarter two and about 2 minutes in. Green finds Conley. Shot clock at 6. And Ayton pulls it down. And Brooks has got the ball here for Miami. In the second quarter, held scoreless. Now Martin. And here's Brunson. The three is up. And Brunson won't miss many of those.
I don't know, why is it lefties like Brunson just make it look so much better when you're firing the rock?
Allen outside. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Thompson, and he sinks the 11-footer. Thompson's got 9.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments. Pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
And the Heat with some changes. Leonard's checked in for Brooks, and Ben Simmons subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Cooper's checked in. Leonard against Allen. Simmons looking around. Ayton, a screen on Allen. To the paint. And Ayton with the stuff.
Love how Leonard slices passes through the defense. He guts the defense pretty quick on that pick and roll.
Here's Cooper. Oh, rejected by Ayton. Simmons, the pass to Petrovic. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Great setup. When you have Simmons' height, it's easier to see the entire floor.
The Hawks leading. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, from deep, Conley, pure from three-point range. Conley's got his first 3 points of the game.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort that got burned on that one.
With this break, let's bring up the teams who've been clicking offensively over the last month. Miami, third.
Well, over the last month, they've started to hit a high percentage of shots, and I think it's due primarily to great shot selection.
That one misses.
Well, Ayton and efficiency go hand in hand. I mean, this guy's field goal percentage is on cloud 9.
And the second free throw is good. Over the last few years, Atlanta struggled defensively, Grant.
Yeah, the Hawks haven't been better than 20th in defensive rating since 2017. They've had some great offensive teams during that time, but their defense has held them back.
And Grant, the Heat, last season, retiring Udonis Haslem's number 40.
Yeah, he played his entire two-decade career in his hometown of Miami. And for all of his contributions on the court, what he meant to this organization off the floor was just as important.
Free throw good from Allen. Well, Brent, when it comes to the Hawks, they've struggled to find consistency on the defensive end.
No, B.A., that's not true. They've been consistently bad on the defensive end. I mean, they've been bottom 10 in defense 6 of the last 7 years. The only exception was the year that they made it to the conference finals. So that's just not going to cut it. You got to play both ends.
He does not get the second one. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
It's his first trip to the line. And he makes the first. Both shots good from the stripe.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Conley against Simmons. Now here's Conley. He's covered closely. Banked it in off the glass. Conley's got his second bucket of the night.
A cagey score on the inside. Conley has the smarts and he has the skill.
Martin a screen. Here's Leonard. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Simmons against Conley. Pass to Allen. No good with a layup. Heat trail by 3. Here's Petrovic. Three-pointer. The rebound by Allen. Conley looking for an opening. Here's Petrovic. Out to Leonard. Here's Martin. Can't tie it up. That one misses. Atlanta leading by 3. Battier passes to Green. And he'll He'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, we know he's undersized for the position, but Draymond Green does the work of several men, including how he forces the D that time to foul.
Atlanta shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
So hits one and misses one at the line.
Amazing to think about Draymond Green and the career arc he's had thus far. He really can guard any position on the floor. He can make plays. Really a unique talent.
Now here's Leonard. He has 6. Holmgren with a screen on Johnson. Just 4 to shoot. Bam! Chet rocking the rim.
Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Gotta push him farther out than this.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. Vanderbilt's checked in for Draymond Green. And the 2K leaderboard showing us the assist leaders over the last month. Ben Simmons is second.
His teammates trust that if they get open, he will find them. They're really in a groove right now.
Johnson against Simmons. Here's Cooper. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Cooper's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Leonard. 1:35 left in the first half. Johnson against Simmons. Shot clock at 3. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
And Ayton just up over the top at his size to throw that one down.
Here's Cooper. He's guarded by Oladipo. Johnson against Simmons. Pulls up on the wing. George's shot is off.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot. That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Lanier. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
Shooting 2.
And he drops a first. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 6. Offline from the top of the key.
D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Gets it to go. Makes him 2 for 5.
Assist from Michael Cooper.
30 seconds left in the second period. Leonard outside. Back to Simmons. Oladipo on the wing. It's good. And a beautiful setup from Simmons that time. Oladipo's got his second basket on the night. Leonard against George. Oh, solid D from Leonard. Over George. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. The Hawks on top, up by 3. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Coach Quinn Snyder.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready for the third quarter.
For the half-court shot draw. They're thinking about the shot. Give it up for our contestant.
Howdy, folks. The moment you've been waiting for is here. Before we recap the first half, let's see what the standings look like in the East.
You know, right now for the Hawks, I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
And let's discuss the first half. So far, Atlanta's in a close one.
I love the depth of this team, man. Their subs have been huge tonight, giving them a scoring punch that they needed most.
And credit their coach for a rather liberal substitution pattern. He mixed and matched beautifully in that first half. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Klay Thompson. Man, is he getting it done today.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. 3-point lead. They've got DeAndre Jordan, Chet Holmgren out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ben Simmons. That's the group in the game for the Heat. That's tipped. And the ball out of play. The Heat will have it. And this is what the schedule looks like for Miami. On Thursday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Wednesday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Cleveland to take on the Cavaliers.
And for their matchup with Detroit, that one might be worth keeping an eye on. It's always a great matchup when those teams face off.
Shot from the inbound. Kawhi, too strong inside.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
Johnson passes to Green. Here's Lanier. George outside. Green with a screen on Leonard. For 3, George. Oh, solid D from Leonard.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Miami shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
Basket is good. Defensive foul. Draymond Green. First personal foul. First team foul. Now at the line, Drazen Petrovic. 1.
The Hawks trailing. Thompson outside. Second half getting started. About a minute played. And the bucket is good.
And that's what makes Clay an all-time great as far as shooting the basketball. Just step inside the three-point line, and they'll still hurt you.
Now here's Holmgren. 7 points in the game. Screen by Holmgren. On the drive, Kawhi, and that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Grant.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer pro-am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker.
And it's the Heat with the ball, following the score by Atlanta. 5 on the clock. Oh, Leonard with the physical bucket.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Let's do a huge Miami welcome to the Heat Breaker Dance Crew.
Looking back at last season, the best when it comes to shot blocking. Chet Holmgren, 4th.
It's obvious that he completely dedicated himself to protecting the rim, doing everything he could to get his hands on as many shots as possible.
Here's Johnson. George passes to Thompson. The ball's knocked loose. Here's Petrovic. And the layup is good off the glass. And now it's a 4-point Heat lead.
And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Johnson. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. These are his first free throws of the game.
Shooting for Atlanta, Magic Johnson. 2.
First free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Leonard passes to Holmgren. Outside Simmons. Holmgren with a screen on Johnson. Back to Holmgren. Releases. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Holmgren's got 9 points.
Yeah, they haven't missed a shot since the break. I mean, just what a tremendous job making the necessary adjustments at halftime.
Now here's Green. Shoots over Holmgren. And it's Green missing. Simmons against Johnson. Simmons, the pass to Holmgren. Back to Simmons. It doesn't go for him. Green with the defensive effort. Hawks trail by 4. Pass to Johnson. From the right block. The rebound by Simmons. And so it's Simmons with it. He brings it up for the Heat. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Now here's Johnson. 6 points for him. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, the D cannot handle DJ right now. A gigantic guy on the inside who's going to get those calls most of the time.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Heat.
Well, you have to like what you've seen from them defensively. They've done well contesting shots and have managed to come away with some blocks, too.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
And he makes a first. A different look for Miami. Martin, he's checked in for Holmgren. Dylan Brooks comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And Brunson is subbed in for Ben Simmons. Second free throw, no good. Hawks trail by 3. Oh, Thompson from deep three-point land. No good. That would have tied it.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And slam dunk by Jordan.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Now here's Conley. 5 points in the game. Thompson outside from deep three-point land. And it's Miami with a rebound. Jordan's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Conley against Brunson. Pass to Petrovic. Shoots over Thompson. Petrovic shot is off. The Hawks have gotten just 3 of 8 shots to go in the third quarter. Conley on the attack. Up and in on the layup. Conley's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And Conley loves to get into the lane using his quickness and athleticism to perfection right there.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Vanderbilt checked in for Atlanta. Cooper comes in for Klay Thompson. And a chance now to look at the highest scoring teams in the league from last season. Number 5, the Hawks.
And last year, I liked watching this team operate on the offensive end. The ball movement, the patience, the confidence. You love seeing all that come together.
Out to the wing. Brunson with it. Now Vanderbilt defending. Brunson against Conley. 6 to shoot. For 3, Oladipo. And again, no good by Miami. Hawks trail by 3. Here's Cooper. The shot comes out. Some solid defense from Martin. Right side, Brunson. Pass to Aiden. No good that time either. The Hawks have gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Battier. He's covered by Aiden. Allen with a screen on Oladipo. From deep, Conley. Rebound, Miami. Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. Jared Vanderbilt picks one up.
That's a nice release from Victor Oladipo. Amazing at guiding that floater into the rim there.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
Jared Vanderbilt. First personal foul. Third team foul. 1. Victor Oladipo.
We've got 1:48 left in the third quarter. Allen with a screen on Oladipo. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Miami leading by 6. Outside Brunson. Pass to Oladipo. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Oladipo's got 9 points.
Excellent court vision from Brunson as he's able to find the open man.
Conley against Oladipo. Conley passes to Vanderbilt. Count that bucket.
If the defender is giving him that much space, the points are inevitable.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Miami. Pass to Oladipo. Outside for Brooks. Basket is good with the setup from Oladipo. Brooks has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Hawks trail by 9. Conley with the ball. He's got 7. 43 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Here's Brooks. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
You have to respect Brooks' approach to the game. He's always looking for little ways to improve and wants every year to be his best.
And Brooks drops them both. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Allen. And he cranks it down right on top of DeAndre Ayton.
And how is that for a dunk? Allen throwing all his weight behind that one with that finish.
Brunson against Conley. Now here's Brunson. He's closely guarded. Ayton, a screen on Conley. Here's Brunson outside. That one is off. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth. Heat out in front, up 9. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Hawks. We've got Jared Vanderbilt, and it's Cooper in at the 2. Leonard passes to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan, I don't think he's shot more than 10 shots outside the paint the last few years, so dunking is what he does.
Vanderbilt, a screen on Simmons. For 3, Conley fires in the triple.
This is what he does. Find space on the perimeter and then sink the 3.
Miami leading by 8. To the middle. Here's Leonard. Kawhi slam! Wow!
And Leonard, a 3-level scorer as well as an offensive anchor for this team.
Simmons against Conley. Pass to Battier. Outside Vanderbilt. Jacks up with 3. Oladipo with the rebound. Well, the Heat's shooting has been good. 54% on this one. Holmgren. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
And, you know, when you have the size and skill of a guy like Chet Holmgren, you're going to draw fouls.
Chet Holmgren.
Shoot 2.
That free throw good from Holmgren.
And what you immediately notice about Chet Holmgren is his uniqueness. He's got size, but also tremendous agility. He can hit outside shots or battle down low.
So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses.
I mean, you'd be super fortunate to see 1 unicorn in your lifetime. In the NBA, it seems like we're seeing more. And Chet is a special talent.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass.
Back to Simmons. And slam dunk by Simmons.
Come on now. This kind of...
And that comes off the assist by Green.
And we're well aware of how dangerous Klay Thompson can be. You remember that 30...
It's over George. It's rebounded by George. Hawks trail by 8. Simmons against George. The focus from Holmgren there.
Throughout the second half, they've achieved excellent efficiency on the offensive end.
The Hawks have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now.
Your Heat Youth Destiny.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, Quinn Snyder was just reviewing the plan with the team. He said to them, you guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Just Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Conley passes to Thompson. And once again, off the mark by Atlanta.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Now Holmgren. Pass to Leonard. The three. Oh, Leonard laces it in from distance.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Here's Lanier, covered by Jordan. Here's Thompson for three. Conley. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists now in this one. And so it's Simmons with it. He brings it up for Miami. The teardrop. Soft touch off the glass. And the Heat lead by 12.
You know Simmons can get physical when he has to, going right through the contact.
Outside Conley. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Ben Simmons.
At the line for the Hawks, Mike Conley, 2.
First free throw is good.
Yeah, one of the best leaders in the NBA. This team loves having Mike Conley in their locker room.
And Conley drops them both.
And we've seen some good free throw shooting in the second half.
Miami leading by 10. Pass to Petrovic. Back to Simmons. Leonard with the ball. Fires the three. Lanier with the rebound. Lanier's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Thompson. That one doesn't drop. Good D by Simmons.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Here's Petrovic. He's guarded by Conley. And he lobs it up. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. Outside Conley. Green with a screen on Simmons. From deep, Conley. And Atlanta misses again. Miami's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Back to Simmons. Leonard outside. 4-3. Connects from downtown. Leonard's got 8 here in this quarter.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan.
All right, fans, it's game time. Get ready to dance like everyone's watching. Keep on dancing. Somebody doesn't have rhythm. Let's see those moves.
Johnson, he's checked in for Atlanta.
All the dancers. Coming onto the floor for the Hawks, number 32, Magic Johnson.
George against Leonard. Thompson outside. Green, a screen. Down low. Oh! Green dropping the hammer!
That's where Draymond's speed becomes a huge advantage as he gets off the pick and roll and guys can't keep up with him.
Johnson against Simmons. Leonard outside. Launches it. The rebound by Atlanta. Lanier's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Thompson. Rebound Miami. Outside Simmons. Inside.
I like whenever Holmgren uses his length to his advantage. Great at forcing the D to foul him inside.
Bob Lanier. Second personal foul. Second team foul. Now at the line, check.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Holmgren. There's a minute 59 left in the fourth quarter here. Johnson against Simmons. Pass to Lanier. Back to Johnson. Oh, Simmons with the block.
Oh, what a swat by Simmons. Using his size and reach to bat away the shot.
Screen by Holmgren. Nice shot by Simmons. And the Heat lead by 17.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
The three from Thompson. Oh, and Clay makes that three look so easy.
Well, for poster guys, it's usually dunks, but I wouldn't mind a Clay Thompson jump shot poster to look at on a nightly basis.
Pass to Holmgren. Back to Simmons. George with a steal.
And they had an advantage tonight. Came out sharp and did what was needed. Nice win here for the Heat.
I'd say the rim protection really turned things around in their favor.
Yeah, their defensive rotations have been superb. They've been trying to challenge every shot. I love their effort.
And with this win, they've tallied up a total of 6 wins on the year. And while there were some guys out there that played well, what really stood out was the production for Ben Simmons.
And with all these assists, it's obvious how well that he can see the entirety of the floor out there. If an easy bucket is to be had, he'll find it.
3 points.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the fourth. Leonard against George. Holmgren with a screen on George. Leonard, good.
You can feel the excitement in this arena. These guys have done one heck of a job.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And Simmons has got the ball here for Miami. 9-point game. So the Heat win it. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Baring, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And now, time for our player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.